My name is Angel D. Thomas, and I am the founder and CEO of Radiant Love, which was established in 2017. Radiant Love exemplifies the power of boldness, beauty, and self-confidence. Radiant Love also has an online boutique, which can be found at radiant-love.com. And I ask that y'all follow me on Instagram at Radiant Love _. That's Radiant Love _ on Instagram. I just want to encourage everyone to be the best version of themselves. Y'all be bold, y'all be beautiful, y'all be you. I did turn the comments off so that they do not scroll in the guest's face. So y'all send me some hearts, send me some love, and just get ready because this is going to be an awesome love talk tonight. The reason behind Radiant Love's Love Talk is just a platform that I created to shine light on kings and queens. It is a place where I want us to all come in and feel comfortable. We are going to come here to talk about different topics, and my hopes are to uplift, inspire, encourage, and just relate. I want everybody to let their radiant lights shine because we are all kings and queens. So, let's get started. Tonight's topic is loving yourself and confidence. So self-love and confidence. And I just knew that I had to have our guest tonight on here because she just is everything that I exemplify through Radiant Love. She is the bomb. She is everything. I just love her. Hey! Oh my goodness. I am really so excited. Y'all, this is Taye. She's known on Instagram as Fat Bitch to That Bitch. Excuse my language. I love you so much. Oh my goodness.
Hey, how are you?
I am doing well. How are you?
I am doing good.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
excited to be here. I'm excited to be on the live today.
Me too. Thank you so much for being a guest and agreeing to this. And when you wrote me back, I was like, oh my goodness. I was so excited. So
yes, I was excited to be on here and getting able to talk to you and get to know you some. I'm already ready.
Yes, let's go. Let's jump right on in. So this is Taye. She's known on Instagram as Fat Bitch to That Bitch. So the topic tonight is self-love and confidence, y'all. So self-love is the best love. Mm-hmm. And confidence is a stain that they can't wipe off. We usually tend to be the hardest on ourselves about ourselves. When it comes to loving you, no one is going to love you like you. Joining us tonight, like I said earlier, is Taye, who's also known as Fat Bitch to That Bitch on Instagram, who knows firsthand the importance of self-love and confidence. You represent everything that Radiant Love represents, and I just love it. So first of all, I just want to say that I just love your energy, and I just love everything about you. I love how open you are on social media, and I just want to encourage you to just keep doing you because you are awesome. So we're going to just jump right on in. So at the age of 21, you weighed 450 pounds. When it came to self-love, you really didn't love yourself like you needed to love yourself. Right. All of this is put on Instagram, and we're seeing it firsthand. And I just love how open you are about it. And I read on one of your posts that you used to cry in the dressing rooms, and you didn't take showers with the lights on, and you used to insult yourself with other people. You would insult yourself first so that basically you'll beat the other person to an insult when really and truly they weren't trying to insult you, but it was just a mentality that you had going on. And now you're on this self-love journey, and I just love it. I see it in your pictures. Like when I'm scrolling from your first picture to the pictures now, I just see the self-love, and I love it. And it's not just a physical self-love, it's mental and spiritual and all of that. So how and when did you decide that loving you for you needed to happen in your life?
I realized that I needed to start loving myself more when at one point I was 450 and I started to lose weight. And then when I became 400, when I became 400 pounds, I felt so good about myself. Like I felt like I was on top of the world. I feel like nobody tell me nothing. And then it just hit me like, before I was 400 pounds before, and I was so hard on myself. I wasn't loving myself. So why is it now that I lost weight, I can love these 400 pounds? But when I was here in the first go round, which is the reason why I got up to a 450, because I continue to be so hard on myself and being just, not loving myself and not appreciating the person that I was at the time. It just made me realize, like, I have to love myself in the right now. And there's no way I'm ever going to be able to progress if I'm still holding myself back, being so negative. And so after I was so hype about being 400 pounds, because I don't think you understand, like, I was like 400. After I realized, I was like, girl, you're being so hard on yourself for no reason. And I decided, no matter what, from this point, if I don't lose another pound, if I don't lose now one more pound, I'm going to be happy with myself regardless. And then that's the mentality. So now some weekends or some weeks I'll work out 4 or 5 times a week. Sometimes I don't do nothing. I just sit around, eat chips and ice cream. I'm not hard on myself. I'm going to try my best, but I'm perfectly fine how I am right now.
And I love it. We have to live by that. We have to love ourselves through the process and just love ourselves. So there's a saying that hurt people. And there's also a saying that loved people love people. So growing up, you told me that you didn't really experience a lot of love. You didn't really, you knew all the other emotions, but love was one that you weren't really familiar with. And it led you to not loving yourself. So like many of us, we have went through many trials and tribulations, but like you said, we're on a process, we're growing, and I love it. So what is the definition of self-love, and how important is it for us to love ourselves first?
I think I'll make the definition of self-love being okay with not being okay, being okay with being imperfect, being proud of your imperfections, being able to look at yourself and see, oh, I love this part of my body, but also learn how to love the parts of your body that you just don't care for, or if you could change, you would, but it's here, so you're going to love it and you're going to embrace it. And I think self-love is also taking care of your mental, separating yourself from situations like people and negative spaces, even if it's family, close friends. Sometimes it's yourself. Sometimes you have to really talk to yourself, because you can be a negative source in your life. Self-love is being able to check yourself and check people, and not allow those negative vibes, that negative energy in your life.
And like you said, you have to let go. That negativity will bring you down and eat you alive, chew you up and spit you out. Whether it's family, friends, let them go, like you said. And yourself, you have to check yourself when it comes to that. So like we said, at the age of 21, you were 450. And a year ago, you had the weight loss surgery. And after you lost your first 50 pounds, you said your eyes just opened up and your whole mentality changed. You refused to accept anything less than what you deserved. That's right. And you realize that it's not wrong to think highly of yourself, because a lot of times when we put ourselves on a pedestal, then we start thinking, dang, maybe I shouldn't put myself high on that pedestal, or maybe I shouldn't think that I'm this. No, put yourself high on that pedestal, speak highly of yourself, and know that you are it no matter what. So,
right, exactly.
You said this, and I quote, you said, I have so much more to achieve, but damn, I feel good. I pray you choose you over someone's opinion. So at what point, yes, you said that. I do my research now. Yes, girl. Yes. So at what point in your journey did you realize that others' opinions of you didn't define you, and the only view that matters is God's view and your own view of yourself?
Well, you know what? Okay, that's one thing I never really had a hard time with people's opinions about me, because I know people are either going to love you or they're going to hate you, no matter what you do. No matter how hard you try, these same people are going to always feel that they already made a decision about you. And I remember being in a relationship with a guy, and we're close still. I had to separate myself, and hurt people, and that's what it was. But I remember wanting him to like me so much, or like view me the way I viewed him. And I would try these different things, and I could care less about makeup. but I would see him comment or notice other women's makeup, and I would try to do makeup, and I would try to do these things, and I would try to form to be what I thought he wanted me to be. And I remember how exhausting it was. Trying to be somebody else for somebody else is exhausting.
Yes.
It's so much work. And so I ended up, when I left him and we finally split up, and it was just, we became friends. And I saw he was doing the same thing to the girl. This new girl, she does makeup. She has the big butt that he gave me a hard time about. She has all these things, and now he'll tell her, well, you wear too much weave, you do this. And it was like, why are you trying to satisfy this person? And being able to see him in that relationship, it kind of clicked for me. Like, this whole time you've been trying to like make him love you, and he can't love you because he can't love himself. It was self-hate, and he was pushing that onto other people. And so that was one big lesson that I had to learn, that people that hate themselves can't love anyone else because they can't love within themselves. And so I just try to spread my love and try to just remind myself I am perfect how I am. And the things that I do need to change, I and God, we talk about it. We go over the things that I need to change, but they don't have nothing to do with anybody else.
Thank you. And you love yourself through the process.
Exactly. Yes. Got to. Or you're not going to get to, you have to love yourself the whole time, because the moment you get hard on yourself, or you giving yourself these strict rules and these expectations, and then you get so upset with yourself when you don't meet them. But you have your whole life to be this person. Stop giving yourself a year to lose 1,000 pounds. You know what I'm saying? It's like, give yourself time. You've been having these bad habits your whole life. You've been eating them Cheetos your whole life, girl. You have kale every once in a while, you know? So you have to give yourself time to adapt to this new mentality that you have. And when you get upset with yourself, you're holding yourself back, because now you're like, oh, I can't do it. I don't even know why I tried. Go back, and then you run back to the Cheetos instead of thinking, okay, I messed up. That's all right. I'll try tomorrow. And if you don't get it tomorrow, that's okay, because you're perfect how you are anyway. So even if you never change, you are perfection. And once you figure it out and you get it, then when you mess with the Cheetos, you do still try for the kale, because you're not pressed to meet this goal, because you have already reached it. You know what I'm saying? So it really helps when people realize that. They stop giving themselves these rules and regulations and deadlines, and they just go with the flow and accept what's going on. It happens. It'll just happen over time because you're not focused on it. You know what I'm saying? That's like watching paint to dry. Of course, it's going to take forever because you're just staring at it. You know, you got to live while that paint is drying. It's going to dry though. It's going to. So enjoy it. Enjoy your time while you're doing it.
I feel like you're talking to me. You're talking directly to me.
Right.
That's why I'm sitting here like, yes, you're talking directly to me. I love it.
Right.
So you are a very open person, like extremely open, especially when it comes to social media. You post your journey, your whole journey, everything that you going through, well, that you post on social media, you know, we are with you on it. So I told you I do my research. So you said on social media that you're not promoting weight loss, but you're promoting self-love. Mm-hmm. And I had to read that a lot of times because I was like, wow, this is deep. And you said, and I said this too, that you have to love yourself through the process. Continue to love yourself through the process. And you encourage that to others. And you want to bring attention to how far you've come, because you have come so far. And you weren't always at this point. So at what point did you become such an open book on social media? And how has your journey impacted the life of others?
So I've always been open. My grandma, oh my gosh, I wish I could dial her in, because she'll say, you talk too much. Everybody don't gotta know everything, Taye. That's what she tells me all the time. But it's nice. It's so nice being transparent, because I very rarely lie. I don't hold anything back. I'm a human being. I go through struggles. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I lose my job, if I'm struggling, if I'm eating pasta, which is exactly what's happening right now, if I'm going through and I'm eating tuna and pasta, that's what's happening. That's what's going on in my life. I don't feel the need to pretend like I'm fine, or pretend, because then that's not real. You got people come on Instagram and YouTube, and you see these people, they live these lives, and you just think, like, how do they do it? But in reality, like, it's hard out here for a pimp trying to get some money for the rent. Okay? Like, it ain't easy. And I think I'd rather be open and know that someone else is going through my struggle, and we talk about it and they give me good ideas and we brainstorm. And you know what I'm saying? It's nice being open because, you know, someone told me the other day, because I was talking about, I'm so stressed. I don't know why I can't find a job. I'm such a good worker. And I was talking about it on my story, and someone said, you got to keep pushing. And she said, pray until something happens. And that was so encouraging. I ain't never heard that before. So that was so encouraging to me. And so I get to encourage people when I'm going through, when I'm having a good time. And then also I get this encouragement from people. It's a community. My Instagram and my social media is a community. And that's because I'm so open and honest. And so girls will write me, and I talk about, you know, having sex and talk and the struggles of like trying to learn your body and being broke. And so then people come to me and they say, all right, so you're not the only one choosing which bill you paying? And I'm like, no, you're not the only one, girl. And realness, because real recognize real. People love real. And so why be fake? And so my realness and my authenticity, it opens the door for people to say, oh, she's a human being. She's a person. I'm going to write her and tell her, oh, I'm having a hard time finding it. People ask me all the time, how do you think I should apply for this job? Or what do you think I should say for this question? Stuff like that. I've sent so many people my resumes and been like, girl, take my name off of it. Put your name on it. Get that job, sis. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's a community. And that's what I love about it. And you know what? I don't have a big family. My mom passed away when I was younger. My dad's not in my life. It's just me, my two siblings, and my grandma. And, you know, my adopted family. And so it's nice to have people that, there's some followers that write me every single day. I know I have one girl, she's pregnant. She was just pregnant. She just had her baby. You know what I'm saying? We talk every day, and it's nice because I don't have a big family. So I feel like it's something that I get to have. I get to enjoy. Oh, so how them kids? Then Rodney, how Rodney doing in school? You know, it's nice and I love it. So I love being open with people, and people write me and they tell me their stripes and they tell me their struggles. And I'm like, here's my number, call me. You having that bad time? Like, let's talk about it. And so it really builds this family feel and just realness. Like, promoting realness is never wrong. Ever.
Never, ever. Well, and let me tell you this. In New Orleans, we call everybody cousin. So you are now my cousin. What's up, cousin?
Hey, cousin.
So, yes, we are cousins.
Yes.
Ask.
Right.
So that leads into the next question about you being such an open book. You literally show us the good, the bad, and the ugly. You, like you said, you show us on Instagram that you are a real person, and I absolutely love it. And you actually, unfortunately, just lost your job. And I told you, don't worry about it. God got you. It's harder. It's easier said than done. Like, it's hard to, you know, you, like you said, you're stressed. You're going through things. You have your rent to pay, other bills. You got to get food. You need gas. You know, it's a lot of things.
I got a huge dog, girl. My dog eat more than me.
Thank you. The dog need food. So the bills don't stop.
Right.
But like I told you, God got you. So even through all of this, you remain so positive and you keep me laughing on Instagram. So how are you able to display such a positive attitude during such trying times?
I have a fantastic support group. Like, I will say that there were so many doors closed when it comes to my blood family. And I feel like, so God really opened up those doors and gave me the opportunity to meet people that I just know genuinely love me. So I have real people in my life. So when I am being negative, there's no, oh yeah, no one coddles me in my life. Everyone's like, get over it. Keep it pushing. No one cares about this. Why are you still talking about this? Why are you not on the next move to? And I have one person that will let me call them and talk a couple of days and be like, I'm sad. And then even they're like, all right, that's enough. So and plus I like to laugh rather than cry, because then you can get stuck in the crying mode and stay there and then stay in the same place. And then when you're in a bad mindset, people think, oh, everything bad has happened to me. But really, one bad thing happened to you and you never got over it. Your mentality made you do more bad things and made more poor choices. You only one bad thing happened and then you did the rest. And so you just let that one bad thing happen. You cry, you complain, you blame everybody and any mama but yourself. And then you come to reality of what you did wrong, how you could have fixed it. And then you move on and you don't allow those next things to happen because you just let that be. So, and that's something that I learned. A lot of times it feels like everything bad's happening to me, but really it's just one bad thing, one unfortunate thing, one inconvenient thing happens. And then my mentality about it cause me to do the other things that just sucks or continue to like worsen the blow. So it's all about the way you think. And luckily I got to learn that. And I have people that will send me little, I have one lady, she sends me a different scripture every single day. Like, little scripture memes,
Yes.
with the little birds and the flowers and the doves, She'll send me one every single day. She'll send me articles, how to do this from home, how to do that from home. If you're not working right now, you can do this, you can do that. Just encouragement. And that's why when I come on, I want to encourage other people because I get this in my life. I'm so blessed. And so I want to be this blessing, And God said that we're the salt and the light of the world. And that means a lot to me. And I want to be that. Don't get me wrong, I'm a hood rat, but love me some Jesus. And you know what I'm saying? And that really stuck to me. That's one of the biggest scriptures and the biggest messages is that we're the salt and the light of the world. We can't be the same. And no matter how hard it is to have a hard time, I still have to be the light. I still have to be the salt. I still have to live through Christ. And you know what I'm saying? So I still have to be like that. And so, yeah, I'm having a hard time, like currently at this moment, but I get encouragement and I know God has me. It's just, I'm so independent. So sometimes when it's time to break down and follow and jump in faith, I have a hard time with it because he got me most of the time. He got me all the time, and he be, blessing me here and there. So I'd be good. And so when it's time to really have faith, and I've been good for so long, I'll be having that hard time of jumping because I'm scared. But someone just told me fear and faith don't have room in the same sentence or something.
Uh-huh.
I think she's the one that told me to push. That girl got a lot of gems. And that really resonated with me too. So for sure.
And like I told you, God got you for
right.
sure. One door closed and a billion about to open for you. Your platform I'm telling you, your platform is gonna take you somewhere. I'm telling you, I'm not making this up. Right. So just continue to just be in that radiant person because your light is spreading all over the world. I just want to let you know that all over the world.
Thank you.
So I want to jump into talking about confidence. I want to tell y'all my story briefly, and then we'll, go deeper into it. So I am just now getting to a place where I have confidence. For long years, I didn't have the confidence that I thought I had. I always was hard on myself. I recently just looked back in my old high school scrapbook, and the question was, what is your biggest flaw? And I put my stomach. I'm 14 years old saying my biggest flaw is my belly. And especially after having my baby 9 months ago, I have just always been extremely, extremely hard on myself. And looking back at the pictures, I'm like, girl, he was fine. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Girl, what? You had it and you still have it.
Right.
So confidence for me is something that I'm not where I want to be, but I'm working on it. And like we talked about, I'm loving myself through the process. So confidence is a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. And for me, something that really helps with my confidence is daily affirmations. I literally say daily affirmations all day. I have a planner and I write daily affirmations all over it. So daily affirmations is just something that can help boost your confidence. And I really encourage it to everybody. Y'all say those self-affirmations. Just start by sending positive self-affirmations. Just by saying, I am beautiful. I am strong. I am amazing. Start with I am and add a word after that. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, I have my research. You said in an Instagram video, I am beautiful. I am worthy. My time is important. And it will not and cannot be wasted. Even if my boyfriend, friends, and family tell me I'm beautiful, I have to look in the mirror every day and say, sis, excuse my language, sis, you that bitch. So
that sounds like me.
That's you. So what are some encouraging words you can tell someone dealing with lack of self-confidence?
I think that you have the number one, no matter how many times your boyfriend, your sister, any kind of person tells you you're beautiful, if you don't believe that, they're just talking to a brick wall. It doesn't matter how many compliments you get from a person. There's so many beautiful, beautiful people that are so insecure or they have all these insecurities because they don't deal with it within yourself. Mm-hmm. One of the things that I had to learn was I had to face what it was that I didn't like about myself. So mine's my butt. I hate my butt so much. I still do. I'm working on it. And my nose and my lips. And those were two things, especially because I got made fun of so much in school about it. My flat nose, my big DSLs, which now, but I mean, okay. But these are things that I really didn't like about myself. And what I noticed is that I did not like my nose. And so when a guy with a big nose would try to talk to me, I would be like, ugh. And it was self-hate. It was literally me fuming self-hate. And so what I had to do was, instead of pretending like, okay, I like myself, I had to say, okay, this is what you don't like about yourself. I don't like my nose. I don't like my lips. I have these blotches in my face. I have moles on my face. I don't like my butt. And then I have to look at them. I look in the mirror and I'm like, and I embrace them. And I'm like, that's a badass nose.
That's
okay.
right.
Okay, nose, and I compliment myself. And whatever way makes me, any way that I will compliment my friends is how I look in the mirror and I'm like, okay, just like I'm complimenting my friend, just pointing, like really as if I am talking to a whole nother person. The number one thing is you have to be honest with yourself. Don't lie to yourself and tell yourself you're confident, because then you're halting your growth. Tell yourself the truth about what you don't like about yourself and then embrace it. And talk to other people about it. And when you hear other people talk about their problems, and how they triumphed over it, it is encouraging. It gives you the courage to try to do it yourself. And so I advise people, be honest about it. Being honest will never steer you wrong. And
never.
You be honest about what you don't like about yourself. You talk about it, you embrace it. And then when other people try to point it out, you be like, whoa, I got it. I don't need your help. You don't allow people to point out your problems or point out those things about you, and you feel bad, and you go into this little bubble. You head high, shoulders back, and you embrace all the things you don't like about yourself until you love it. And so now that I sat in front of the mirror and I'm like, I love that nose. And and then my, over time, my dark spots actually went away. The more weight I lost, my neck used to be a lot darker. And over the time of like losing weight and eating better and exercising, my neck it's better. You know what I'm saying? And then so those things, some things that you don't like about yourself actually will change when you're taking care of things and you're doing what you need to do. The only way you can do it is when you're mentally healthy and mentally able. And now when I see a man with a big nose, I'm like, whoa, our kids, they're gonna be cute, and so now it makes me feel better, because I know I'm not fuming off that self-hate. A lot of times when people do stuff to me or they point out something about me, I'm like, they don't like that about themselves. And it's just, and I know that because I've done it, because I've been there. I saw your nose, I'm like, ugh. I saw your lips, I'm like, ugh. But now that I've embraced it within myself, that I can appreciate other people's, and I can appreciate other people's beauty and not be offended by it, because I'm so confident and secure within mine. That's what you gotta do, girl.
You have to. And don't, like she said, don't let nobody try to tear you down, because baby, you are it. You've been it. So I want to talk about this viral Instagram video. I saw it previously and I just recently saw it again, and I still just love it. My first question is, did Fashion Nova reach out to you? Because baby, they need to be paying you for some promo.
Hello. I know. I was just waiting. I was just like, I just knew they were gonna I just knew they were gonna write me. And then I was like, okay, obviously they want me to chase my blessing. I ain't mad about it. So I wrote them. I wrote them. I actually wrote them recently because I would like to be a Fashion Nova babe. Even after that video, I still shop at Fashion Nova all the time. And I would say out of like 40, 60, I can fit it. 40% of the time I can fit it. 60% of the time I can't. But that 40%, I'd be looking so damn good. I just try.
That's right. Right.
And sometimes I can't fit it, but I like it so much, I'll keep it as my, okay, I'm going to fit this soon. Or when I can fit this, and sometimes if it's like way like, okay, it ain't happening, you can't get your money back with Fashion Nova. You only get store credit. So I'll just try to get something else. But no, they never wrote me, which is crazy, because that video was everywhere. When it first went viral, oh my gosh, the messages that I got, people were calling my phone. It was so absolutely crazy. I didn't even know it happened. And people were like, that guy said something so crazy under that video. And I'm like, what video? And they're like, you don't know? And I'm like, I don't know what. Then people just start tagging me. You're going viral. You're going viral. And the comments were so crazy. I'm so glad that I was secure in myself by the time that happened, because some of them were funny. Some of them were so hateful. I would read them, I'm like, dang, this person wanted to hurt me. Like, you know, like you could just see the hate in it, as if I did something personal to them.
Right.
Some of them was just all good fun. You know what I'm saying? Like I Am Zoe and a couple of other big people had did some reactions to them. They were funny. I enjoyed them, shared them. I thought they were funny. And even when people do reaction videos to my posts now, you know, I get it. It's out of good fun. I'm not tripping about it. So I'm glad that I was secure, because those comments could have driven me crazy. And sometimes if someone will say something completely out of pocket, like the ones that annoy me the most, what people will say I look like it would say, she looked like Pepto-Bismol, or she looked like, one of them was I look like Patrick and the ice cream cone when he had the chocolate flipped upside down, and then they posted the picture. It was hilarious, and I was like, "Damn, that was good. That was creative." Then someone said I look like one of the Dragon Ball Z characters that was pink and big, and they posted a picture, and I was like, "All right, I can appreciate that one." So there was some good ones, but the ones that's like she's a 6X or she's a 5X, those were the ones that bothered me, because I was a 3X at the time. I'm really a 2X now, but I'm a easy 3X now, right? And I'm a 2X, you know. So, but it's not fair that stores do this thing where they don't tell the truth about the sizing, and and they make people feel so bad about themselves. And there's nothing more sad than when you're trying to put on some clothes, and then you knew you were a size 22, and now you try to put it on and you're not 22. Like that feeling. And that's what I would do when I was in the dressing room. I would literally cry. My grandma wouldn't even come into the dressing room with me, because it would get real depressing real quick. So, but it was because these stores, they're not true to size, and they'll say their 22s are not the same all around the board. But you don't know that, or you won't allow yourself to believe that, because you'd rather be hard on yourself. And then, so it's not cool. Don't say I'm not a 3X, because I am a 3X. Heaven forbid this company, labeled their dress wrong. So that was the only one that really bothered me. Oh, she's a 5X or she's a 6X. But no, at that time I was a 3X. There was other things in that haul of things that I bought that I fit, and that material, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It was the material. Okay. It was
yes. But a lot of times, companies, stores, and boutiques, they have plus size clothing, and they don't even put it on a plus size model. So we're not even able to see how it'll look on us, and and that's what I really don't like. Like, why would you do that? Put it on someone, that's that actual size, so we can see. We need that representation. So when it comes to representation, how important is it for companies to display sizes on the actual size models for the consumer's benefit?
Okay, so I know there's been so many times, and there's even a post that I did of some red lingerie that a lot of women was like, I wanted this outfit, but I was like, I don't know how my roles will look in this. And then you posted it, and I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that amount of exposure. Because when we see something, we're like, okay, that looks good on her, but she don't got my 3 level of roles. I'm good on that. You're actually hurting yourself, because now I'm like, I'm not going to look like that. And you're not. But you can still look good. You can still work with what you've got, because you don't have any representation of what you could possibly look like. You don't buy it, because you're going to stick with whatever you can go try on. I think that stores are hurting themselves, because if you actually have a big woman with small boobs, because we don't see that very often. They're normally very proportionate, big boobs, big thighs, medium-sized stomach, very curvy women. But if we get women with small boobs and a big stomach, or a flat butt and, big stomach, and just different type of body shapes, big stomachs in general, then it will actually, I think it'll bring more women the confidence to buy it. And because a lot of times these places don't even give you your money back. You can only store credit. So how are you only going to be a 3X? I'm going to order this 3X. And if I don't fit this, that means I don't fit anything in your store, which means now I can't get my money back. But I don't even know what I could possibly look in it. And so that's how I think they're hurting themselves, because when people see themselves in something, they want to buy it. People all the time, where do you get that from? DM me, can you please send me a list of places you shop and all this other stuff, because they like the way they see me in clothes. Stores tripping, and that's why. And when I have my boutique, I'm only having 5X's, 3X's, 4X's because there needs to be fair representation.
Really, there really does, and that's not even fair. I don't like it at all, and there needs to be some type of change. But like you said, when you have your boutique, you're gonna do it, and you're gonna start that change, and
Mm-hmm.
and I just love it because they need to have representation, in
Sure.
stores so that we can know how we're gonna look in things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna switch things up a little bit. I know that you do poetry. Yes, like I said, I do my research.
Yeah, girl, you really do. You've been saying
Yes.
some stuff, and I'm like, that was me. I'm wise sometimes.
Yes, and I just absolutely love poetry. I'm in Houston right now, and I am looking for some open mics so that I can go and listen because I just love the atmosphere and just the message behind them.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're comfortable, could you give me and the viewers a little open mic here on Love? So,
Yes. Okay. Did you want me to do the whole poem?
whatever you want to do, it's on you.
Okay. My number one favorite poem that I can recite to you that I know it off the top of the dome, is about the guy that I was telling you about that we were dating for a long time. He was very harsh on me, and I was accepting it because that's how I viewed I deserved it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get myself into. And I wanted you when you asked me that, like, if we were gonna do this, I was thinking that I should go to an open mic. I haven't gone in a minute. Okay. All right. I don't even name my poems either. I need to do that. Okay. So I saw you as my partner, and I guess you saw me as an opponent. And I don't know why you would do that to yourself, because my nigga, you don't really want it. I'm swimming circles around you, and you just barely floating. You're a what if kind of nigga. Always talking about the drugs you gonna be towing, but we all know pussy niggas don't catch bodies. They get bodied, and we all know you choking. You never posted pictures of us. I get it, you wasn't proud of me, but success was always in my future shit. I was just gonna let you follow me. You an empty ass nigga with no depth. I guess that's why you tried to hollow me. Losing me, you taking an L. Right now, it's just kind of hard to see. But when that time comes, you're gonna have to swallow that. So I guess this time you get to swallow me. You got hype men and hype bitches, but you stay on E. My shit stay full and ain't no nigga gassing me. You can never keep up. That's why you started trashing me. Love to remind me how I'm the biggest bitch in the room, but ain't none of you niggas passing me. Tell me how you a street nigga. How I ain't never seen the streets. But when my mom died, so we still had to eat. You still staying with your mama, haven't left the nest. You still eating out the beat. I stayed with you for a year and a half and tried to help you find your ground, but you can never find it. Like the longest game of hide and go seek, I never needed you. You're an F minus and I'm an A plus. I've been exceeding you. But we were a team, right? So I never thought about it like I was beating you. And when you couldn't keep up, I turned around. Shit, I was beating you. You know how that saying goes, don't bite the hand that feeds you, but you bit me. Even though emotionally, spiritually, and quite literally, bitch, I was feeding you and I was there for you. Even when you was behind bars. You depressed as fuck, so you pop Zans and you hide behind bars. You never got the message when we talked, so now I got to deliver it behind bars. And your new bitch, yeah, she bad, but y'all scrambling change to buy guards. And she a thin chick, so she like half me. Yo, your new bitch, not even half of me. And I was doing good when I was with you, but I was insecure then. So really, I was only using like half of me, but that's over now. And you niggas about to start chilling in your boots when you meet the other half of me. Because this bitch is unstable. The whole time I was trying to show you what I brought to it. Turns out I was the table. Loyal to a fault nowadays is a fable, nigga. You ungrateful nigga. Now turn around and take this ass with my I spank you, nigga.
Yes! Oh!
That was my favorite poem. I have some other ones, but when I read it, and it was so nice when I got to sit him down and read it to him, he was fuming, but I felt a lot better.
I know he was. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I love it. You have to name your poems like, whoa.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I love it. Go to some open mics because that is, and if you have that one, I can only imagine what else
right.
you have. Oh my goodness.
That's one of my best ones. That's one of my best ones. That
Girl,
came out of straight anger.
I gotta snap again.
Thank you.
I absolutely love it. So my philosophy is be bold, be beautiful, be you. You live by this. Mm-hmm. You encourage it. I live by this. I encourage it. So what is the philosophy that you live by that you stand on that you can share with us?
A philosophy that I stand on. I don't even know. I mean, I feel like I say fuck bitches get money all the time, but I don't really mean it. But it's like something that I just kind of say all the time. A philosophy that I stand on. You said, what was yours again? Give me yours
Be
again.
bold, be beautiful, be you.
Right. I think, I mean, I would just have to, I'm gonna have to come up with one right now. It would probably be loud, be unforgetting. What's the word for unforgetting? What's another word?
I don't know.
Unforgetting. Be loud, be unforgetting, be unchangeable.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
That's what I would say, because I love when I walk into the room and I'm in that room, and when I leave that room, I never left that room. You know, like
Yes.
once I'm there, I'm there. You know, like I had left, my presence will always be there, and I think that's important, and that's what I live by. I always want to be remembered.
Yes.
For something positive.
Yes.
Or some whole shit. No. No, positive.
And you are living this positive life, and I love it. I love how you're living in your truth, and it's just amazing. And like I said, we are cousins here.
Yes.
So at this point in time, I just want to open up the floor to you to just say whatever your heart desires.
Well, I just wanted to thank you again for letting me come here. I love it, because I am so excited in a couple of months to be able to say, when they are talking about you on TV and on the radios, and they're telling your story, that I can be able to say I was a part of that. Like, yeah, I was on Radiant Love, and you know, the positivity was there. I love supporting Black, number one, and I love supporting women. So to support a Black woman, 2 for 2, and I just love supporting the community. So I love this and the positivity, and I think that this helps us break the what we were doing in the past, you know, of women have to tear each other down, and women have, especially Black women, and now we're uplifting each other more than ever, and I'm so glad that we can do that. So I think it's so important that we uplift each other, like especially definitely. as a community, as women, we uplift each other, because at the end of the day, when everybody else turns on Black men and Black women, we have to be together, and we have to be one. And so I appreciate you having me here and being so positive, and our conversation we had, and just the love that's here right now is so exciting. I can't wait for us to hang out in New Orleans.
Yes, our time is coming. Yeah. I got it planned. I will be there.
Yes. So, and I just think that it is okay, like, just to talk in general, it's okay for you not to love yourself right now. Like, that's okay. Don't feel like, okay, she figured it out at 22, I'm this age, why can't I? Or why is it taking me so long to figure it out? You have to not compare yourself to anyone but yourself. Take your time, but just make sure you're constantly moving. Make sure no matter how big of a step you're taking steps towards that self-love. Don't be in a rush to it. Don't be in a rush for anything. Take your time. And just appreciate the time that you have, and just know that you're going to get there. Have faith that you're going to get there, and you will. And I just think that it's okay if you're not there right now. And I think sometimes we are so hard on ourselves because we see somebody else doing something, especially if they're younger, or, you know, or something like that. And you think, well, I have not figured it out, because we all have our time, you know? And so we just have to be patient and understanding of that.
We have to. We
have
to.
For sure.
And self-love is the best love.
Yes.
Love yourselves like she do in the mirror. Buck yourself up in the mirror.
Right.
Oh, girl, yeah, you doing the thing today. Oh, girl, yeah,
yes.
I love this, I love that. Hype yourself up, because nobody's going to love you like you. So I just want to say thank you again so much for just being a guest. I can't wait for us to hang out.
Me too.
We're gonna have so much fun. Y'all just remember to be bold, be beautiful, be you. Y'all follow her on Instagram. Y'all follow me on Instagram.
Yes.
And we just gonna continue to just let our radiant light shine, girl, because we're doing it. Yes.
Yes.
So I just want to say thank you again, cousin. And we're going to hang out soon. Thank y'all for tuning in, and y'all have a lovely night. Thank you.